I know you've been asked the question, I've asked you the question, what's it going to be like on opening night for you? But it's here. The focus has been there. Will there be a moment, though, on opening night where you'll maybe take a look up and take a mental picture?
Probably. I haven't had that yet because I've been so focused on having this team look and play the right way in game one. So there'll probably be a moment. I think it's extra special, the fact that it's Montreal Canadiens, it's Detroit Red Wings, it's two of the most historic hockey franchises, original 6 teams. So I hope I may have that moment. I'll have a more exciting moment if it turns into a win on Friday night.
That's kind of the beauty of it, right? I mean, once the puck drops, all of these questions about the first year and that first moment, it all gets focused on hockey. Are you looking forward to that, actually seeing these guys suit up and you just get to do your job?
100%. We've worked so hard as a staff and putting camp together, trying to make it run smoothly. Asked a lot of the guys, from the guys in camp. They've done what we've asked. Now it's just play. And it's just the unique part of camp in that we've had almost a week now from our last exhibition game into the game. So it's time to play from a coach's standpoint. It's just time to play from a player standpoint also.
You've talked about some of these guys, Dylan Larkin, Moritz Seider, about how they've impressed you since you've stepped foot in here, maybe the guys you weren't as familiar with up close. It's hard to win in this league without elite talent.
Yes.
On these walls, there's a ton of names that are Hall of Famers. You're around in Tampa, future Hall of Famers and elite talent. Do you see signs that some of the guys in this room already can be elite talent in the NHL?
Absolutely, and I think that's the excitement from the fan base. I understand it. I also want to be realistic with it on where we are. It's probably more a credit to the conference and maybe where the league's at. But there's a lot of parity right now, and you still need superstar, special, difference-making talent. And I think what we're starting to see in the draft and what we're starting to do in free agency, we're starting to get some pieces.
Your division is really stacked. Is that where some of the realistic view looks? Maybe you don't expect those teams to slip. You just kind of have to focus in-house?
Yeah. Our goal is to be an improved team. And I think we can do that from the natural progression of some of our youth, some of our young players and guys within our team, and what we did in free agency. Now, with that said, I'm confident we can start closing the gap on some of these teams, but where that ends up, I don't know yet. We'll have a better feel as the season goes on. And again, I don't know if it's so much as a knock on us. It's probably more of a credit of our division, and some of the top teams within the league happen to just sit in our division.
There's such a mystique about your boss, Steve Yzerman here. The history is very obvious. The job he did with you guys in Tampa Bay it screams out loud as well. What is he like now, working hand in hand with him here?
Well, that mystique's real, and I think, and it's in a good way. He has an aura about himself. He probably doesn't even know he has. I laugh. I can't tell you how many times I've been with him. He's introduced himself to someone in town. Hey, hello, I'm Steve Yzerman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Steve, I think the person that's been waiting to talk to you for the last 10 minutes might know who you are, but that's part of the humble in him too. But make no mistake, he is passionate and he's driven. He wants to win. I've seen him do this in Tampa. You have to be patient as a manager, which he is being very patient right now, but he's made it very clear he has a passion that drives me, that he wants to win.
It's easier, it's not easy, it's easier to be patient as a general manager than it is to be patient as a coach.
Yes.
How do you handle that?
There's a balance there. Steve's job is to take care of the big picture. I want to win every night, and I'll coach like that every night. My lineup decisions will be like that every night, but I also understand it's a process. There's a big picture outlook on this. That's Steve's job. That's exactly why you have the manager coach layer that I think is important.
Will there be, as you walk through this hall and you get ready to coach your first game as a head coach here, will there be one person's advice, one little nugget that you'll take from somebody that you love, somebody that helped you along the way that you'll remember?
Oof, that's a great. I haven't had that as many questions as I've had in the living in the moment, being in the moment. What's it going to be like? That's the first one. No, not. I don't think really. I just think what I got long ago from some of my mentors. Just be great at the job you're at. And right now, it's the head coach of the Detroit Red Wings, and right now, it's our game Friday night.
Will there be a text, a note from your wife, from your kids that you maybe you'll look at and then think about before you step out there? Or do you put that phone away early?
No, they'll be here, which is exciting. But yeah, no problem. I hope I'm getting the congrats on your first win text. Some of my greatest texts, and I'll take it. The 2 Stanley Cups, and then getting the head coach job in Detroit. I literally had 1,000 plus texts. I would be excited about that again. A few hundred. Congrats on your first win text more than anything else.
I'm hoping for the same for you.
Excellent.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.